have you seen the ongoing India-England series? I mean, I'm loving the way India is playing a young side, Shubman Gill, a young team competing against England. So it's not easy to play here in England, you know that very well. So how does it feel like seeing India-England series?
Yeah, look, it's been a great series so far. To see some of the young Indians really step up, like you said, Gill, who's taken over the captaincy. There was a lot of pressure on him coming into this series, and he's really stood up. And India's got so many talented cricketers, that come out of their country, and I think we're seeing that now with the likes of, Kohli and Rohit, retiring and whatnot, and these young players are coming in and stepping up, and it just goes to show how much potential and talent is in India at the moment.
So, sir, how does it feel like being associated with the Australian team, and they have won the most number of ICC titles? Do you think they'll be lifting the WCL this season?
Yeah, we are very proud to be a part of Australian cricket team here in the WCL, and I sincerely hope that they win the cup, and the players like Ben and the Brett and Marsh and all other the team is highly motivated, and they will perform and win the cup.
Ben, the challenge is going to be stiff again, and the rivalry is going to be back again. How does it feel like?
Yeah, I mentioned before about how, all of the teams have legends in them, so it's always going to be a formidable comp. But I think that's what makes the competition itself, is that, these legends from slightly different eras from, a previous era have come together and to put on a really good show. But I'm really confident, like you mentioned at the start, Australia's got a pretty good record of putting their hands on trophies, and I see no reason why, we can't follow along that footpath.
And how are you looking forward to the India versus Australia rivalry? The 2003 World Cup, 2023 World Cup, Champions Trophy very recently, which India went on to beat Australia in semis. So how does it feel like India-Australia rivalry?
That's a very good rivalry, and the Test series just out in Australia, I think we got that one done. So it's a great rivalry over a number of years. Two cricket nations who adore cricket, love cricket, and have a long standing. And it'll be great to come up against them, and it'll be great to beat them, hopefully, yeah.
Shaun, how excited you are playing the WCL, back in the Australian team, playing under Brett Lee's captaincy. How does it feel like?
Yeah, look, it feels great. It was awesome to be out there last night with everyone, and obviously with Brett being captain again this year, another amazing opportunity to get to play with one of our greatest ever. So yeah, very excited.
Shaun, talking about, tell us about how does it feel like, reviving the old rivalries. Are you looking forward to play against the likes of Harbhajan Singh or Yuvraj Singh? Harbhajan will have a go at you. So how does it feel like, top players, especially from India versus Australia rivalry?
I think it's fantastic. I think that's one of the beauty about these competitions, is you get to play with, some of the best players that have played, in the game. And last year was fantastic to come up against some of the best players that have played the game, and again this year we've got some even bigger players. So I'm very excited, and hopefully we can go two steps better this year and lift the cup at the end of the year and end of the season.
Of course, and I would like you to stay, but should focus on Mr. Puneet. Mr. Puneet, how does it feel like being associated with the Australian team, and of course having some of the champions like Shaun Marsh, Brett Lee, Nathan Coulter, all top players in the world? How does it feel?
You see, when we talk about associating or being associated with the Australia champions, definitely, I just mentioned this, that probably it's a proud feeling, because I feel they're one of the best teams in the world. And people like Shaun is not just an amazing player, he's an amazing human being. And I mean, it's a pleasure to be meeting with all of these people who are themselves not just legends of the games, they are all amazing human beings. And it's, I think, a very overwhelming feeling, because I'm meeting him after probably 1 year, and we just connected like what we had, it was like, yesterday. So that's the beauty of it. I mean, more than on the field and off the field, it's like the same bonding, same feeling. And like what he said, we're looking forward to probably going 2 steps ahead. Let's hope for the best.
Do you think would you be supporting you'll be supporting Australia? I want to put
Definitely.
So there is no choice.
Australia, India.
There is no choice. No answer.
It's a win-win for you, boss.